Welcome to Onfleet training. In this training, you'll receive step-by-step instructions on how to use the Onfleet app to complete a delivery route. But first, let's take a moment to ground ourselves in our mission and values. This is good review for all of us. Everything we do at Open Arms should always come back to our mission. By providing food as medicine, we nourish our clients and build community. You will notice that innovation is one of our values. Onfleet helps us improve our delivery program and client volunteer experience. So what is Onfleet? Onfleet is an app for delivery drivers that helps streamline the Open Arms delivery process. We're excited to embrace this new technology to make your volunteer experience even better, and, most importantly, to better serve our clients. So let's start with a few reasons why we have switched to using the Onfleet app. Onfleet is a HIPAA-compliant app. It allows us to protect our clients' personal information. It also helps protect your information, like your phone number. Onfleet also eliminates the need to use so much paper. We are so excited to go paperless. You're also able to easily communicate with the client through the app, reducing the need to call from your personal cell phone number. Onfleet allows Open Arms to get immediate updates and follow-up with clients in real time. Using this app will also help alleviate extra staff time to create paper routes and could help save on some fuel costs as well. So let's get started. Open Arms will invite you to download the app via a text message. Nope, this is not spam. You will receive both a link to download the app and a temporary password to use for your first login. Be sure to write down that temporary password and remember it is case sensitive. If for some reason you didn't receive a text, don't worry. We will definitely work with you to make sure you have the app downloaded. Simply let us know. When you get to the login screen, enter your phone number and temporary password. You may be prompted to change your password to a permanent password of your choosing. Once you log in, you should see a screen with the Open Arms logo. First, let's take a look at your settings. Click the three-bar menu in the upper left corner. From this menu, select Settings. When you open Settings, you will notice some information is already entered. Please be sure your first and last name is entered, as well as your phone number. We do not need your email address or your vehicle information. These are optional. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to the Advanced settings. Let's start with Auto Advance to Next Task. You will notice this is turned off by default. If you want the flexibility to take your route in any order, we recommend you keep this option off. Next, let's select your preferred map for navigation. When you navigate to a stop on your route, the map you select here will be the default map Onfleet will use. Great! Now you've successfully updated your settings. Let's keep going. If you want to see a tutorial of Onfleet, select the three-bar menu in the upper left. From the menu, select Tutorial. For iPhone users, this will open a slideshow that you can swipe through to watch how Onfleet is used. Not an iPhone user? That's okay. For Android users, scroll to the bottom of your settings menu and select Restart. The tutorial for Android users is a little different, as it will follow along with you the first time you use the app. By clicking Restart, it will go through the tutorial again the next time you use Onfleet. Okay, we've updated our settings, we've seen the tutorial, now it's time to go on duty. When you arrive to the Open Arms parking lot to pick up your delivery, you will go on duty. Tap the toggle button on the top center of your screen. Here's a pro tip. Do you want to know ahead of time what your route looks like for the day? You can click on duty as early as 9 a.m. on the day of your delivery to check out where you're going. But be sure to go back off duty until you arrive to Open Arms. Onfleet will track your location only when you are on duty. For Android users, your on-duty toggle is in the same spot. When you are on duty, you will see all tasks or client stops that you have been assigned. We enter your stops in a recommended order from top to bottom. You also have the option of viewing your stops on a map by tapping the map icon in the upper right corner. Let's give it a try. Now you are in Map View. As you can see, the purple dots are also numbered in the same recommended order. Feel free to toggle back and forth between Map View and List View by tapping the map or list icon in the upper right corner. Again, with Android users, your map or list icons will be in the same upper right corner. Now it's time to start your route. Tap on the first task you wish to start. This will pull up all the client delivery details, including any special instructions or notes. When you are ready to begin, tap and slide the Slide to Start button. For Android users, the Tap to Slide button is in the same spot on the bottom of your screen. You are now connected to the client. You may now call or text the client directly from this page by tapping the phone or message icon. Here's the really cool part. Once you start a task, a text message will automatically be sent to clients who receive texts, letting them know you are on the way. It even provides them with an ETA from your current location. This has been very helpful to allow clients time to get to the door and accept their delivery. Now it's time to navigate to the client's home. Tap the arrow button in the upper right. This will open your preferred map, the one you confirmed in your settings. Here's an example of the navigation button opening Google Maps. Tap Start and you're on your way. Have CarPlay? Wonderful! Your map should seamlessly integrate to your CarPlay's display. Now remember, if you select a task that is out of the recommended order, you will be asked to confirm that you would like to start this task out of order. Simply click Yes or Start Task. Again, this will only be an option if you left the Auto Advanced to Next Task toggle off in your settings. Our standard process requires you to call the client once you arrive if they don't answer the door. Sometimes a client will also request that you call when you arrive or call when you're on the way. So, to call a client, tap the phone icon and then tap the phone number that appears. This phone number is an anonymous number that Onfleet uses to keep the client's information confidential. This is an important note. If your client also has a secondary number, it will be listed in the client instructions, but you'll need to use your phone to call any secondary numbers. The Onfleet app only has the ability to store one primary number for the client. Similarly, if you have instructions to text the client, which is rare, you may do so by tapping the message icon. A text message thread will open, and you may send and receive texts to and from that particular client. Remember, you are only able to call or text a client while actively completing their task. Once you've completed a task, you will no longer be connected to that client. Anytime a client calls the Onfleet number back while they're no longer connected to a driver, the call will automatically be directed to the OpenArms Client Services team. So rest assured, the clients will absolutely be able to contact us at any time. Now it's time to complete your task. Completing your task must be done only when you have successfully delivered the meals, or if you have determined the client is not home and this is a missed delivery. When you're ready to complete the task, tap the Tap to Complete button. You will be provided with two options, success or fail. A success is just that. You are able to successfully deliver the client's food. You may tap Complete with Success and you'll be ready to start your next task. Now, let's talk about a missed delivery. If you are unable to deliver the meals for any reason, you will select Failure in the previous screen. From here, you will see Onfleet requires you to select a reason why. The most common reason will be Client Not Available, Not Able to Redeliver. By selecting Client Not Available, this alerts OpenArms to immediately reach out to the client to schedule a redelivery. Now here's a caveat. In some cases, you may speak to the client and they tell you they will be home soon, and you may consider looping back at the end of your delivery to attempt to redeliver. Now this is not required. However, if you find yourself in this specific situation, you may select Client Not Available, Willing to Redeliver. Open Arms will call you if a redelivery is possible, and we will re-add that task to your list. Finally, once you select the reason for a missed delivery, you are required to enter failure notes. For example, you may enter client did not answer, or client said they weren't home, etc. This eliminates the need for you to call Open Arms to tell us over the phone. Save the information by tapping Save in the upper right corner and complete the task. Just like when you started your task, the client will receive a text message if the delivery was unsuccessful, along with instructions to call client services. Open Arms will always receive notice if a delivery was missed, and we have a standard process to follow up with the client right away. Hey, congratulations! You just successfully navigated your first route using Onfleet. Now, if you have any questions while on your delivery, please do not hesitate to reach out. For questions or troubleshooting with Onfleet, please call our delivery desk number at 612-677-2577. If you have any questions regarding your route or client information, you may call client services directly at 612-767-7333. Hey, since we have you, we'd like to offer a few general reminders. First, let's talk about safety. Your safety is priority. Please be sure you are following all traffic laws. Utilize a hands-free device while driving. Be aware of your surroundings. Always lock your car when left unattended. And if for any reason you feel unsafe, do not deliver. Just please let us know right away. Lastly, here are some friendly reminders about our standard delivery protocols and expectations. Now, our #1 rule of delivery is never leave the food unattended. If you do speak to a client and they ask you to leave the food outside on the porch or in the hallway of an apartment building, in the garage, etc., please do not leave the food. Kindly let the client know you are unable to leave the food, and we will be sure client services follows up as soon as possible. This is extremely important for food safety reasons, regardless of the outside temperature. Always make at least 3 attempts to call and 3 attempts to knock or buzz over a course of 10 minutes. We want to allow the client ample time to get to the door. You are never required to redeliver if a client is not home at the time of your delivery. And last but not least, our delivery window goes until 2 p.m. Again, this is for food safety reasons. If you are unable to complete your deliveries by 2 p.m., please do not deliver the meals and call us right away. And that concludes our delivery training with Onfleet. Thank you so much for supporting our clients by delivering meals. We can't wait to see you.